In the unseen realms beyond our awareness, a forbidding world lurks. Some call it sleep paralysis, but it's far more sinister. As our minds sleep, we enter a domain where shadowy entities dwell. Vulnerable, stress and trauma weaken our defenses, allowing them to sow terror and seize our souls. In rare cases, these encounters transcend the ethereal, manifesting in physical assaults and even abductions, leaving a trail of dread. Here follows the testimonies of those tormented by this horror. Hi, Tracy here. So, I've got this wild tale that used to give me the creeps during my sleep, and I figured, why not share the madness with you? Brace yourself, because it's one of those stories that might make you question reality. I get it. It sounds like a snippet from a horror movie, and honestly, I thought I was losing it at times. But when you're stuck in that peculiar sleep paralysis state, the experience is as tangible as waking life. Picture this. It's the witching hour. The room shrouded in darkness, and I jolt awake, or at least I think I do. But here's the catch. I can't move a muscle. I'm trapped, utterly defenseless, and there's this ominous shadow lurking in the corner, just watching. It's like a scene ripped from a nightmare. Each episode, that sinister presence inches closer, and the air becomes thick with an indescribable heaviness. Now, I'm not one to easily buy into supernatural tales, but these episodes felt too vivid to simply dismiss. It's like the boundary between dream and reality blurs, and I find myself stuck in this eerie in-between. Maybe it's all a creation of my mind, but in the midst of it, it's far from imaginary. The most unsettling part? There's this peculiar energy, almost malevolent, emanating from that shadow. Am I alone in this, or has someone else navigated similar territory? Maybe sharing it will strike a chord with someone out there who's been through the same. Have you explored such uncharted territory on your channel? If not, consider this my invitation to delve into the enigma of sleep paralysis. Curiously yours, Tracy. Hey man, got a bone-chilling tale that's been messing with my nights. It's like my brain's turned into a real-life haunted house, and I'm stuck in the middle of a horror show I never signed up for. So, imagine this, lights out, me crashed out in bed, thinking I'm safe in my own damn room. But nope, my body's playing traitor, won't move an inch. I'm a friggin' statue. And that's just the messed up start. There's this creature, man. Not your regular spook. It's like a big-ass praying mantis looming over me, its bug eyes drilling into my soul or some crap. I ain't no poet, but this thing, it's like a living nightmare. It don't stop there. It's got its buddies, whispers, nasty voices screwing with my head, making me doubt my sanity. Now, let me walk you through this freaky sequence of events. It starts with me dozing off, thinking it's just another night. Suddenly, I wake up, or at least I think I do. But here's the kicker. I can't move a muscle. I'm stuck, defenseless, and there's this looming shadow in the corner just watching. It's like something out of a nightmare. Every time it happens, that sinister presence inches closer, and the air gets heavy with something you can't quite put your finger on. Then, bam, there's the mantis, huge, with these bug eyes that pierce through the darkness. I'm sweating buckets, trying to scream, but nothing comes out. The whispers start like a messed up choir of darkness. They're taunting me, tormenting me, saying things I don't want to hear. I'm praying, or at least I think I am, and that's when it all goes haywire. The creature, it starts freaking out, like my prayers are kryptonite or something. It's scared, and honestly, so am I. Every time I pray, it suddenly lunges at me with its freakishly long claw, but miraculously misses each time. Then, time and again, that damn creeptozoid creature crashes to the floor and vanishes into thin air. Yet, it won't do so before going into like some kind of fit and screaming like a badass banshee. It's messed up, man. It's like being caught in a cosmic game of tug-of-war between good and evil. I ain't asking for pity, but if this tale helps someone else facing their midnight horrors, share the damn thing. We're all dealing with our own freak shows, and sometimes it's good to know we're not solo in this messed up carnival. Stay safe. Dwayne. Hi there. I prefer not to share my name. I have a scary experience to share. It goes like this. My eyes popped open, but my body stayed stuck beneath a ton of bricks. I mean, full-on paralyzed, not your usual pins and needles morning wake-up. The room was dark, just that sliver of gray light at the window like a cruel joke. And then I heard it. Whispers. Like fingernails scratching across the inside of my skull. No words, just these creepy hisses that made my skin crawl. Panic crawled up my throat, clawing at the back of my eyes. I tried to scream, but it came out as a strangled whimper. I was a fish gasping for air on land, trapped in some messed-up dream I couldn't wake up from. Then I saw it. A shadow at the foot of the bed, shifting and swirling like smoke. It stretched towards me, long and lanky, with edges that blurred in the darkness. My brain screamed, "Ghost," but something deeper, older, whispered about things much worse. I tried to move, anything to get away, but my body might as well have been nailed to the bed. The shadow kept coming closer, its form twisting into something vaguely human, but oh, so wrong. It leaned over me, its breath like stale air thick with fear. I squeezed my eyes shut, but those damn whispers wormed their way in, telling me things I didn't want to hear, things about dark corners and hungry shadows. I felt its cold, bony fingers brush against my cheek, sending a jolt of icy dread through me. I fought with every ounce of will I had, forcing myself to remember something, anything. Then, like a lifeline thrown from the darkness, it came to me. My grandma's lullaby, the one she used to sing when I was scared. I started humming it, my voice shaky at first, then gaining strength. The shadow wavered, its form flickering like a candle in a storm. The whispers grew fainter, replaced by the soft melody of the lullaby. As the first rays of sunlight crept into the room, the shadow shrank back, dissolving into the morning mist. The paralysis finally snapped, and I collapsed onto the bed, gasping for air and shaking like a leaf. The room was quiet, normal, bathed in the golden light of dawn. But the terror lingered, a cold echo in my bones. I don't know if it was real or just some messed up sleep thing, but one thing's for sure. I ain't humming that lullaby anymore. Not anytime soon. Cheers. Anonymous. Hi, just call me Bradley. Look, I know this sounds like some tripped-out college stoner story, but hear me out. This isn't some bad acid trip, and I haven't touched DMT in months. It all started after I did it. Yeah, the first time was mind-blowing, like diving into a kaleidoscope of fractals and talking to mantis shrimp. But after that, things got weird. Not the good weird, the holy crap. I think I opened a portal to another dimension. Weird. It started with the sleep paralysis. Not the usual can't move, can't breathe kind, though that was bad enough. This was different. I'd wake up frozen, but my mind would be wide awake, hyper-aware. And then I'd see them. These little jester-like creatures with glowing eyes and antennae that buzzed like cicadas. They'd be all over the room, crawling on the walls, staring at me with those creepy, insect-like faces. I called them machine elves, because that's what they looked like tiny robots built from gears and wires. But they weren't mechanical, not really. They moved with this fluid, organic grace, like they were made of living metal or something. And they were curious, that's for sure. They'd prod and poke at me, jabbing me with needle-thin limbs that felt cold and sharp. It wasn't painful exactly, but it was invasive, like they were trying to figure out how I worked. The worst part was the talking. They didn't speak in words, not exactly. It was more like a feeling, a flood of images and emotions that washed over me. Most of it was gibberish, like trying to understand the language of ants. But sometimes I'd catch a glimpse of something, a flash of understanding that made my skin crawl, like they were showing me things I wasn't supposed to see, secrets of the universe that would drive me mad if I fully grasped them. I tried everything to make them stop, screaming, reasoning, even praying. Nothing worked. They'd just keep coming, night after night, for weeks, then months. It was like they were attached to me somehow, a souvenir from my DMT trip. I was a walking portal, and they were the unwelcome guests. Then, as suddenly as it started, it stopped. I woke up one morning expecting the usual paralysis and the buzzing eyes, but there was nothing. Just the normal morning light filtering through the blinds. I wasn't sure what to believe. Was it just a phase? Did I somehow close the portal? Or were they just waiting, biding their time until I slipped up again? I don't know what to make of it all. Maybe it was just a prolonged psychotic episode triggered by the DMT. Maybe it was something more, something beyond my comprehension. I just know this. I haven't touched that stuff since, and I don't plan to. Some doors are better left unopened. Even if the machine elves on the other side are really curious about how your brain works. So yeah, call me crazy, call me a liar. But this is my story and I stand by it. Just remember, next time you're tempted to peek behind the curtain of reality, think twice. You might not like what you find on the other side. Cheers. Brad. The following is my own experience and was partial motivation why I decided it is time for an episode on this topic. Transport back to a high school setting many years ago, where the stress of exams had me immersed in relentless studying, depriving myself of fresh air and exercise. One fateful night, I found myself jolted awake, lying on my back, an icy grip constricting my throat. A sinister, foul breath enveloped my face as I opened my eyes to a sight that haunts me to this day. A demon, its glowing skull with a murderous expression looming over me. I felt paralyzed, which itself is a horrifying realization. I will never forget that face. It was as if it was made of some kind of energy rather than an actual material entity. It was diabolical. Petrified, unable to move, I faced the terror of impending doom, fearing not only for my life but the malevolent fate awaiting my soul. In my desperation, I turned to the one force I believed could triumph over such evil: prayer. Pleading with God, expressing trust in divine protection, the creature evaporated as swiftly as it appeared. Exhausted, I eventually drifted back to sleep. Since that night, I've steadfastly avoided sleeping on my back, offering prayers of gratitude for continued safety and protection from malevolent entities. Despite encountering ominous visions, I've never again endured harm, a testament to the power of faith and prayer. However, the most disturbing aspect of that night many years ago is that the following morning, I discovered marks on my throat, evidence that someone or something had attempted to choke me. Concealing it beneath a winter scarf, I refrained from revealing the marks to anyone, fearing they might question my sanity. If you've had any similar experiences or want to share your thoughts, drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video intriguing. Subscribe for more spine-chilling content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update from us. Stay curious, stay eerie, and until next time, dare to explore the unknown.